Okay, so essentially, if you've got the three sections of this bira, right?
Rainmaking bira.
Rainmaking, yes. Musically, what we need to do is, obviously, there's the beginning, which 8 p.m. usually for us, and whatever state that is in terms of lighting. Then you've got the middle, which is the climax, what we will call the climax dramatically, which is the possession, right?
Mm-hmm.
The spirit possession. And then what you have is post-possession, which is going into sunrise, right?
And I think as well that's also, we could call it celebration.
But all of it is a celebration.
But I mean, in the beginning, they're seeking counsel
yeah.
to the ancestors.
Yeah.
Upper climax, the ancestors are now speaking with them,
yeah.
or telling them the answers or whatever.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the morning, they're celebrating
Yeah.
that they've been given glory, or they've been promised the rains, or it's rained even. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Or it's rained even.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is dramatically highlight this. So in terms of with how you're working with your lighting, is split the music into the drumming, the mbira itself, and the voice, because they play a very significant place together.
Right.
But for the purposes of this demonstration and this lighting extravaganza, bonanza,
Sure.
we want to split them so that actually each of these instruments, they voice a different section.
In the layers.
And they layer, and then we get to the point where the climax has got all of them,
Right.
right? And then we reduce again. So again, I call this A, B, A, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we'll do. The good thing is, what I'll do is I will record drums, I will record mbira, I will record voice, but on the day, I will use what I recorded as the voices and drumming of the fellow family members.
Right.
And I will perform and play on top of these
Right.
to lift it there. So the recordings allow the
Like echo.
ambient sound to, and we also can manipulate that. Right.
Right.
So that we're not trying to manipulate things in real time. We're not
Right.
trying to get a sound engineer and
Right.
designer on the spot.
Right.
Right. That can work if we've recorded these, which I
I wonder if we have a speaker. We need a speaker, right?
Well, you need speakers. There
Yeah.
has to be.
Yeah.
If there aren't speakers, a system, then we at least need a speaker. And then what we'll play around is positioning of where we want the sound to be coming from.
Right.
In order for that. So that's, I think, this is the nutshell. It's simple. It's complex, of course, in terms of you creating what you're creating with the light, but it's simple in that it highlights, in a nutshell, it highlights the ceremony at its best. It highlights the high points, what the beginning is, what that is, the council, 8 p.m. for us, the climax, the possession itself, and then the aftermath, the celebration. But all of these, of course, for you, that's you, there are transitions which, are played with. And those transitions, that's when the layering of the music also happens.
Right.
So the transitions you create are assisted by the layering of the next musical thing.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
all these things are there, and then it allows, then we have the dancer. The dancer has something already to work with. Right?
Yeah.
See? So finish and clap. Actually.
Finish and clear. Yeah.
Finish and clap.
This narrows it down.
Yeah. And that's all you need. You really need to just simplify it, because also it's a complex story for the British public in general. I mean, even just explain, not that you have to explain, but these are such complex rituals of 8 hours long, even confusing for a lot of our own people now. So we just need to break it down to what if we were teaching this to grade 5s or 6-year-olds, this is essentially what we need to do, is simplify, but just heighten and highlight
And still keep the,
and still
the
keep
essence.
the
of-
essence of what that ritual is.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great. And you said your elements here are water, fire,
Dust,
dust,
moonlight,
moon,
stars,
stars, sun, and of course the air
and smoke.
and smoke. So that's smoke will come with fire.
Mm-hmm.
There's no smoke without fire.
Never, ever, ever.
There. We literally, this is all we're working from. And it's simple to see. And it's easier because if it's on the wall here, we literally know what we're dealing with.
A point of reference.
Yeah. We
Right.
don't have to store things and try and navigate them in our head. We know exactly what we're doing. We're doing A, B, A. We're doing transitions for A, B, A. Our music is a palette of drumming, mbira, and voice. We know that. And we know what these sections are exactly. And we know the elements of your lighting that you're going to be playing with. And we know what the whole thing is. And that's the cherry on top.
So once we have the layers of music, then now we can share that with the dancer.
Yes. And that's easy because the dancer will have this. Because remember, I will also have recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And which is essentially what we're playing around with today as I'm playing the music and navigating all that, playing that so that we've got this music, but also we know I'm gonna record it.
Right. At least if the dancer has something tangible to play around with.
Yeah.
And I'm just also excited that it's someone who's from home, who has an appreciation of these rituals and stuff. It makes life a little bit easier in terms of collaborating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Great.
Cool.
Take a break.
Break we take.